ahead of us, Haney Prograis, December 9th. But before getting to that great fight here in San Francisco, what are your thoughts on the news broke this morning? Kevin Iole, Showtime won't be in boxing beyond 2023. Paramount Global's CEO Chris McCarthy confirms that. What are your thoughts, Ed?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been rumoured for a while now. I think that, look, a lot of people don't get on with people in boxing, but you also got to look at the bigger picture. It's not great news for boxing. It's just a sign of the future, and a sign that the way that content is being distributed and delivered to fight fans, and that is via streaming. You know, we saw that a couple of years ago. We made our own move to build those partnerships and those relationships, but boxing will be worse off without Showtime, as it was worse off without HBO. So there's a lot of people championing Stephen Espinoza, losing his job and boxing not being part of that. But I know we've never really got on that well, but I think he's done a good job. And I think, we talked earlier when I came, I know I predicted this, 2 or 3 years ago and said it's coming. But one of the reasons it's lasted so long is because people are stubborn, right? And this was something that when I said it a couple of years ago, I knew those discussions were taking place for them to leave boxing. But Stephen did a great job and he wouldn't give in. And he fought for boxing, right? So he fought for competition as well, but he also, he believed in the product. And one of the reasons it went on probably a year or two more than anticipated is because they put on great shows. They've had a great, ironically, the news comes probably one of their best years in terms of bigger fights. But it's just the future of the traditional broadcaster doesn't lend itself, in my opinion, to the audience anymore.
Ed said that they're chatting with DAZN. Have you heard of anything about PBC?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, the most dangerous thing in boxing is to have a business without a broadcaster. So right now, and PBC have a good brand. So it's not a guaranteed shoe-in that they can get the TV deal they want, but they have good fighters. But those fighters were probably looking at themselves now and saying, do I need to make sure I'm with a promotional company that actually has a broadcast deal? I know that for me, I'm obviously championing the fact that DAZN is the global home of boxing. If they can bring PBC to the platform as well, I'll be over the moon. We'll be flying. And I think it would be a good acquisition, but I'm sure they're talking to Amazon and maybe more as well. So that's the big job for PBC now, is to make sure they don't have a broadcaster, because if they don't get the broadcast deal they need, the business can't survive. But they have a good brand, so I'm sure they'll be okay.
And this fight between Prograis and Haney,